Once upon a time, a young hippie called Richard had a dream of starting his own airline.
Great coming to work. You've got a great job, right?
Miami. In a bikini and heels.
And for 30 years, Virgin Atlantic has tried hard to be different.
He looks over us and keeps us all sane when we're sitting in here in board meetings.
Glitz and glamour has kept it in the spotlight as it battled the big boys of the skies.
I'm going to add some turbulence.
But in recent times, finances have been up and down, and often millions in the red.
You speak to Richard about that.
We lost quite a lot of money. Where's it gone?
We don't work for money, we work for love.
Do you?
No.
Heads down, feet back!
Last year, Virgin let the cameras in.
Just stop filming. I normally look a lot worse than this.
They're made about an artist in Hollywood.
Gosh, they're amazing.
As the airline tried to reverse its fortunes.
Oh my God, the pilot's so hot.
Overhauling everything from its look
I bet they weren't cheap.
to its people
Married to a trolley dolly.
Yeah.
and its planes.
Probably don't get much change from 300 million.
Does that say quality to you?
I think it does, actually.
In a time of big changes,
There's a lot of people on my plane.
will little Virgin have to grow up to stay up in the air?
Peter Pan never grew up, so why the hell should we grow up?
How long have you worked here?
16 years.
18 years, man and boy.
Oh, I'm a baby, yeah. I'm the baby of the team. I'm here 2 years. I'm still proud to wear this uniform every morning when I put it on. I feel like a family spirit, isn't it? Sorry? It is like a family spirit, isn't it?
What's your name again?
Oh, get out of it.
This morning, the boys in the warehouse have some important deliveries to make.
Oh, yes. They're all getting their party box today.
The airline is throwing a big party to celebrate its 30th birthday.
Hey!
Is Richard gonna pop out?
You never know, you know.
Although Richard Branson is still the face of the airline, he's not actually run the company day to day in over a decade.
Do people phone up asking to speak to Richard?
Yes.
All
Yeah,
the
they think
time.
he's just sitting here waiting for their calls.
Yeah.
Bless them.
Yeah.
They think he's in the cupboard.
But for the first time in years, the founding father is briefly coming home to be among his most devoted followers.
It's like a celebrity coming. You know, he flocks to the base. Everyone wants to see him. Everyone wants to meet him.
Have you met him before?
Never, no. I've only been here 3 years, so I've never even seen him.
Good morning.
Hi.
Nice here.
Happy birthday, Richard.
Here, who's been here the longest, apart from myself? Come on, I'll go have a kiss. You've got 25 years here. 27, come on. Anybody beat 27? 30, come on, come forward. Well done.
Thank you.
So here's the next 30 years.
Despite the cheers, times have been tough recently.
Cheers, everybody.
Last year, Virgin announced losses of 51 million for 2013.
We lost quite a lot of money. Where's it gone? But we hope to get it back. Fortunately, I've been in the airline business long enough to know that you have tough years and you have good years.
Do you think Virgin Atlantic will be around for another 30 years?
Of course, as long as we keep reinventing ourselves, keep ahead of the crowd.
Virgin Atlantic Airways, good afternoon.
With pressure building, plans are underway to get things back on track. After a break of 2 years, they're investing in a new batch of cabin crew, the sassy, scarlet-clad face of the airline.
Hi, guys. Hello.
How are you?
You all right?
Good. We're going to be taking you through to the assessment part of the building, so there we go.
We can keep up, can't we? Did you travel far then with your suitcase? Wherever you come from?
Edinburgh, last
Oh, lovely.
And the modest £12,500 starting salary doesn't seem to have put people off.
And on behalf of ourselves, first of all, congratulations on getting this far. Well done, absolutely. We did open the advert for roughly 48 hours, and we had over 2,000 people applying for the position of cabin crew. OK, so really well done.
After that wonderful introduction, what we're going to do is turn the table over to you guys now.
I am a board director for a disability arts project.
At the moment, I work for Clarins
Fabulous.
Skincare Company.
I've been in a lot of pantomime in my local theatre. I'm also a law student with the Open University.
I was lucky enough to turn on the Christmas lights in Rochester for the Dickens Festival with Vanilla Ice.
Fantastic!
How long did it take you to do your hair this morning?
It took quite a while. I think it took about 40 minutes, but at the end of the day, you only get one chance to make a first impression.
We're going to be stuck on a desert island today, and you only have 5 of the items listed below.
The golden question, what are we looking for? Well, I guess it's that natural enthusiasm, that natural warmth and friendliness. I've always said you're either naturally a Virgin Atlantic cabin crew member, or maybe it's not for you.
Like I say, if we get bored, we can skip with the rope.
Yeah.
While we're eating chocolate.
58-year-old Grandma Katrine is hoping to swap a career in the airline's ticket office for a new life in the skies.
It's what I've been wanting to do for 25, 30 years, and I feel the time is right. That's why I haven't gone for it before. I had young children, so I couldn't give 110% to the role at the time. It's time for me now. Touch wood.
Hello, Charlotte, would you like to come through?
Good. Come on through.
What seems to be the problem today?
Oh, hi, yeah. My entertainment system doesn't seem to work. It's just a completely blank screen. I'm not very happy about it, to be honest.
OK, let's just have a little look.
25-year-old Charlotte has worked for other airlines, but this would be her dream job.
This will actually be my 3rd time of applying for Virgin, and it's the 2nd time that I've got to this stage. I really want it now. Let's go to Guildford.
With over 2,000 applicants and just 158 jobs, it's a nervous 2-day wait for Charlotte and the other candidates.
I want to be in that red uniform so badly.
The Red Virgin family isn't just about the people, it's also about the planes. Tinkerbell, Queen of the Skies, and all the other girls on the tarmac are part of a tiny fleet of just 38 aircraft. Rival BA has nearly 300. Gas guzzlers like Molly are also starting to show their age.
This design is, what, 1980s?
Yeah, 20 years.
Over 25 years old. So the computing power in your smartphone you can buy nowadays is easily a match for this. If you can keep your aircraft age young, then I mean you can always stay in the game.
In a bid to keep up with the competition, the airline are investing millions in one of these. The new 787 Dreamliner is being built by Boeing in the States. The first of 17 currently on order, this snazzy fuel saver will eventually replace nearly half the airline's fleet and should start saving them a fortune. The airline's design manager, Nick Lusardi, is on an unusual shopping trip to the Boeing factory near Seattle.
Thank you. We are going to choose the interior for the 787.
You've been here before then?
I've been here about 3 times before, so yeah, I'm just getting my bearings again because it's been about 1.5 years since I was here last.
When you buy a new Dreamliner, it's just a shell. What you put in it is up to you. From kitchens to lighting and carpets, this one-stop shop is a bit like a megabucks IKEA for primping up planes.
I'm not sure we're going to get very many special offers off Boeing. I don't think they offer them. They don't do 2-for-1s, that's for sure.
Well, it's a costly business, isn't it, kicking out a plane?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's mind-boggling how expensive it can be.
What's your budget for kitting out the interior?
I'm not the right person to ask for that. I just spend the money.
Nick's after 198 economy seats.
You can choose any seat here. You went for this.
So this is a good seat. So it articulates in the back. So you get a lot of recline in the back, but also the seat pan articulates also. So it gives you a kind of cradling motion.
Do you feel cradled now?
I do, yeah.
How much would one of these upper seats cost?
It can be anything from 70,000 up to $100,000.
For one seat?
Yes. You imagine that you have 30, 40 of these in a cabin. That's a lot of money.
But the airline isn't taking the upper-class seats from the catalogue. Nick and his team are designing their own.
Why are you going for something different?
We always do. That's the way that is the Virgin brand. We always want to put our mark on something.
But it would be much cheaper if you didn't have to do that.
But then we wouldn't be Virgin Atlantic. And it's not always about money. Hello.
But the one thing Nick is getting off the shelf is the toilets.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking at the level of detail within the toilet. The button, it illuminates to tell you how hot the water's getting.
Did you ever think when you were growing up that you'd be having to look at detail in toilets for something like this?
No, I didn't. I never thought it was going to be. I never thought it was going to be like this.
It might look like just a loo, but this lav costs the same as a Lamborghini. At 200 grand a pop, it needs to shine.
This one has mood lighting.
Mood lighting?
Yeah, there's mood lighting in the toilet. Yeah, so.
Is that important?
It is. They've got a soft close lid on them, which you find a lot these days in high-class toilets.
What's your favourite toilet here?
The biggest toilet. That's my favourite because it means that you have the most amount of space.
Is getting the right toilet really going to make a big difference to someone buying a ticket?
It is part of the experience.
With their very first Dreamliner on its way, it's nearly time for Virgin to join the big boys.
These are all the different customers for the 787. So
where's yours?
Right in the middle, right there. It's quite exciting to think that this aircraft's going to be flying soon.
How much does one plane cost?
You probably don't get much change from $300 million. That is.
When I asked her about the negative aspects to the role of cabin crew, she said insect bites.
She couldn't particularly articulate why the role of cabin crew in particular.
Back in the recruitment centre, it's decision time.
Behaviour, then I'd say it's more likely to be a no.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
Definitely.
The assessors have been whittling down thousands of cabin crew hopefuls.
So yeah, definitely love to give her the job.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Applicants learn of their fate in an email.
Yeah, this one.
I don't want to read it.
We are pleased to advise you that we would like to offer you the position of cabin crew with us at Virgin Atlantic Airways.
Oh my God. Advise, we'd like to offer you the position of cabin crew for Virgin Atlantic. Oh my God, I've done it! Oh my God, I can't believe it.
I'm so happy, Mum. I'm actually crying. I didn't think I was going to cry. I'm such a baby.
Oh my God, you're married to a trolley dolly.
Yeah.
It's been actually just non-stop, Jodie. I've been in and out of the doctors having all my vaccinations done.
Of course, yes.
With the start of training just a week away, new recruit Charlotte is feeling the pressure.
I think it's really important that I make the right impression when I start. Start as you mean to go on. You worry that you're not going to fit in and everyone's going to look at you like, oh, well, she's not Virgin. The girls all look so glamorous. But when you get to the nitty-gritty of it, it's really not glamorous. You can end up with sick down you, tea and coffee sort of underneath your nails. And, you know, I think as long as you look glamorous and you try and stay glamorous, people think it is glamorous.
Right, that should be issued by Saudi Airlines. That change.
At Virgin Atlantic's ticket office, workmates are still getting their heads around Katrine's change in career.
I think we were all quite shocked. We didn't actually think she'd get it. If we're honest. I thought she was too old.
That's it, if we're honest, yeah.
You can see it's all young girls and they all have that certain look. She's knocking on 60.
If you don't mind me saying, you look mildly terrified.
Yeah, I am just a tad. Fortune favours the brave, so I'm going to give it a go.
My friend does Botox. I could get him in for that.
Did any of you have ambitions to be cabin crew?
No, not at all. But I do envy them. I mean, we see quite a lot of them walking around here, and they come here, they work hard for 5 or 6 weeks, whatever it is, the training, and then the world's their oyster, isn't it?
For those in less glamorous jobs, there are still perks.
How many free flights do you get?
Free flights now, is it 8, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah?
As many as you can get on tonight. As many as you can get on.
Yeah. That's one of the best parts of the job.
The airline staff can fly to any of its destinations for a massive discount, and if there's room, they even get to sit in upper class.
Last week I was sitting there and my 3 buddies were sitting at this side. We had a whole section to ourselves. It was amazing.
And no wonder they're all mates.
That's good.
This is going to New York. It's a poster of our new plane.
The Dreamliner.
That's the Dreamliner, that's it.
Is everyone aware of the new plane coming in?
Yeah, we can't wait for it. Yeah, it's going to be really good.
Why?
Well, I think it's very fuel efficient, so it's going to help us financially as well. I think there's a new seat in it as well, and past seats and stuff, yeah.
Important from a financial point of view.
It is, especially if we didn't have great results,
Yeah.
this year, but hopefully next year, that'll all change.
With expectations sky high for the new Dreamliner, in South Wales, the plane's upper-class seats are waiting to be signed off by designer Nick. For the last 6 months, 31 seats have been meticulously handcrafted to Nick's exacting standards.
Looks great, really good. It was a good match as well with the leather, isn't it? Seemed to work really well. All of the seats that you see here are the seats that will be on our aircraft in October. These are going to be boxed up and then sent to Seattle, and then when they arrive, they'll be installed. Hence why we're all walking around with tape on our fingers and also on our belt buckles to stop us from scratching any of the seats, because it's no good if we go around inspecting and damaging them at the same time. It's counterproductive. Seems to be not horizontal.
With each seat costing close to £130,000, Nick wants to make sure they are built to last.
It's right on that. It's going to be right on that corner. I wouldn't mind so much if the material wasn't so abrasive because of its three-dimensional nature, but within 6 months, these are just going to be completely, like, bald.
It's nice. Safe
Yeah,
as well.
I'm not going to want to see that walking down the cabin, are you?
Probably strip this one down, see what adjustment we've got.
While you get your hand on it as well, I've noticed something else. You know, the orientation of the fabric is the...
Yes, we've already picked that up.
Incorrect.
It is.
That's right.
That's right, yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
The material's far too hard. There needs to be a rubber bung as opposed to nylon because it's just going to damage.
At the minute, they're crawling all over it, taking panels off, looking inside, moving them up and down. Every time they stick a dot on a seat, it's something that we've got to fix. They know what they want. It's up to us to deliver it.
Are you happy, Nick, with this cheap glossy finish on it?
Cheap glossy finish?
Cheap glossy finish, which she chose, you mean?
Which she chose?
No, I prefer that to what was done before. The high gloss made the paint look the wrong colour.
Right.
Nick's trying to reflect the airline's flair from stitching detail right down to a flashy paint finish.
This is something we call geisha white. It has a mica in it, which is like a sparkle. Can you see the sparkle? So it's a bit like glitter, but it's not too Christmassy, more glamorous. As a passenger, you'll pick up on it as a kind of experience, and it's like one big, massive soup of experience, I guess, a virgin experience. The white itself, it's got a hint of red in it.
Even the whites have a touch of virgin red in them.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. I didn't think about it like that, but that's a good point. Maybe subliminally I kind of put that in, I don't know. But yeah.
Hello. Welcome to Virgin. Hello.
It's induction week for the airline's latest batch of cabin crew recruits.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your new careers.
Welcome to Virgin Atlantic. You guys are sitting here, are the lucky ones to represent Virgin Atlantic in the skies. And you're part of the family now.
But the newbies aren't home and dry just yet. Their job at the airline is dependent on passing a tough 5.5-week training course.
It's very glamorous in there, isn't it?
Very glamorous.
How are you feeling?
Very unglamorous against all the glamorous dollies.
See that girl's over there?
I might as well be myself. The Nana. Just told them, I said, by the way, I'm the flying Nana. They goes, oh, I like that, flying Nana. So that's my name.
Hello. My name's Matt Whip. Funny name, I know. It's very weird. And I've been with Virgin since '97, so I joined when I was 5. Today's going to give you the grounding of your customer service training. We really want to give you an insight into what we kind of expect of you at Virgin, because for the next 5 weeks, we need to Virginify you. Being cabin crew is far more than just chicken or beef, far, far more. Manuals are this thick, there's a lot that they have to learn, and they underestimate the amount of work that they are going to have to put in. For 5.5 weeks, you're ours, OK? And if you can do that, in 6 weeks' time, you'll go shopping in New York, you'll go sunbathing in Barbados, you'll ride across the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Blah-de-blah-de-blah.
Are you quite a tough taskmaster?
Oh, that's a mean question. Yeah.
Hi, morning everyone.
From day one, the new recruits have to follow the airline's strict styling rules. Cabin crew are expected to look as good as the adverts whenever they're on duty.
Hi, morning everyone. My name's Helen. I'm all about the hair.
And no cabin crew training would be complete without the ultimate hair accessory.
You may wear a donut if you wish. I can see that lots of you are sporting them already. Please just don't come to work looking like a toadstool.
I had to buy a bigger donut because mine didn't quite make it. It wasn't big enough. There's a lot of hairspray in that as well, so don't light a lighter in front of me. I might go up in flames.
This isn't a fashion show. It doesn't matter if it's too small or too big, so long as you fit inside it.
But alongside the glitz comes the graft. The rookies have to master a range of life-saving skills and drills.
58 seconds!
Well, I'm trying to find where my first aid kit is. Jenny's bleeding to death at the moment. I could probably spray some of you on the back wall.
Oh, yeah! Oh,
Now comes the challenge of climbing into the raft. Arch lost a nail.
Everybody's got the image of Virgin. They know what is expected of Virgin, and that's great because that is our brand and that is our image. But they have got to be professionals at what they do on that aircraft. Our customers don't just want someone to actually serve them and smile and flash the teeth and look amazing. They want someone that's going to keep them safe as well.
You might have injured passengers. Deceased, it's going to be very difficult to tell if somebody's dead. The only way to tell if somebody's dead is if their head is there and their body's there.
Cabin crew spend intense days training on Miss Rigorous, Virgin's replica plane, to simulate worst-case scenarios.
I love this bit. I really, really do. Heads down, feet back! Because I get to see them in the event that something goes wrong, so, yeah. This is open our seats out! Get out! Leave everything out! Leave everything behind! Come in the steps! Help people to their feet! Now, everything up! Step back! Go that way!
At the exit, you didn't hold on to the assist handle. Did you not see it? I'm sweating. My lipstick's all come off. It's all over my teeth. So yeah, it's not glamorous at all.
But emergency landings rarely are.
No.
Feeling the pressure at the rear of the sinking aircraft is 58-year-old Katrine.
Are you fitted? Everyone, I'm fitted. Go, open. The aircraft is sinking. Stand back, wait, Katrine.
If Katrine and the others can get through the rest of the training course, they'll be flying off the following day and be responsible for the safety of up to 450 passengers.
We haven't told you to evacuate. Medical leave. Is everyone okay?
If I don't think I could sit on a jump seat next to them and they could actually get me out,
in an emergency, then we won't sign them off. We have to be a little bit tough from that point of view, but hopefully we do it with a little soft, virgin-y side.
Who's actually going like that now? Bless you. Oh. We're not doing it to upset you or anything like that, but we want to make this as realistic as possible.
I was like a rabbit lost in headlights there.
Listen up. This is the juicy carrot, isn't it, Sam?
OK, guys.
It's nearing the end of cabin crew training. If the recruits pass, they'll fly off the very next day. They're about to find out where.
9th is your wings, isn't it? So you'll have your wings, then you'll be going straight to bed, no late nights, all right? And then on Tuesday, the 10th of June, your first flight. Ren, your first flight is Dubai. Going with you, Katrine. Kirsten, you are going to New York. Shah, your first flight is a nice little 3-night Cancun.
Why are they so excited?
If you've never been to kind of places like LA, Vegas, those kinds of things, it's anyone's dream, especially, you know, young girls in their mid-20s to get out there and the glamour.
We are exhausted physically and mentally, and I think it's just been really nice to get that little bit of a boost.
It just makes it all really real now, and it makes us work even harder and harder, 'cause we've worked so hard over the last couple of days. I'm so excited.
The new recruits are not the only ones being put through their paces. From Virgin's Dreamliner team, Andy Haynes is overseeing final safety tests on the upper class seat.
This is the structural test for something called crashworthiness. It's a really severe test. So it simulates about 16G.
What sort of impact is that?
Hertz. 16G is a survivable crash, such that the passengers can get off quite safely.
From cattle to club class, commercial airline seats must pass this critical test before they are deemed fit to fly.
You have to load the seat up as though it's loaded up when real people are in, and obviously it's not a great idea to put real people in this test.
I noticed in your shoes.
They're always like that. I don't know why. Make sure his laces are done up.
They're not too dissimilar to your own, are
No, they're not. That's engineer's shoes. Our seat has airbags, which is, we think, really important for our upper-class passengers.
Oh, only upper class get airbags?
On some aircraft, premium economy get them as well. There's 31 of these, and overall £4 million worth of seats, and that doesn't include the in-flight entertainment equipment, which comes to another couple of £1 million worth.
It's not cheap, is it?
Not cheap, no. It's not a cheap business.
Test time.
Almost. Last checks. I think they're checking the cameras, the lights.
Who decides whether it passes or fails?
Normally, I think it's quite obvious. A failure can be quite catastrophic.
Something to stop. The lights are going to come on in a sec, so if you want to step back.
This upper-class seat has been 2 years in the making. Fail today's test, and the delivery of the Dreamliner gets delayed.
Any good?
Don't know.
Happy, Tom?
Yeah, looks good. One small piece came off, but it all looks good.
Happy?
Happy. Looks good. Looks really good.
He doesn't look too good, though, does he? Some better days.
He's had a bad experience.
It's like Christmas.
The recruits are finally getting their mitts on those famous red uniforms.
You are a virgin now. You are embodying the brand. You are just embracing it, and it feels amazing.
Move! Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Over the past 5 weeks, they've grappled with 7 simulated plane crashes, 25 grueling exams, and 1 swimming pool dunking. They may look the part, but now comes the final test.
OK, so your final exam, all right? Off you go, guys. Good luck.
Let's keep an eye on them. Got to keep an eye on them, make sure they're not cheating.
Big one?
Last big one. End of their 6 weeks. So, yeah, really big day for them. I'm going to have to go back in. I've got to go back in.
"42 tricky technical questions. Answer 37 correctly, and their new life as cabin crew begins. The result is revealed instantly, so there's no hanging around. And so far, it's all looking good for the group.
I passed. That's all. I made this video. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
One of the last out is Katrine, who's not sat exams for over 40 years.
So you've got a new career?
Yeah, I have a new career.
Friends and family have gathered for the Wings graduation ceremony.
Hello. Welcome to Virgin Atlantic for this Wings ceremony of Group 752. This is my Wings photo from 1997. Oh, Lord.
How old were you there, if you don't mind me asking?
24, about 24. I know, I only look 12. So, yeah, I was 24 years old. I was Group 186, and this group's obviously 752, so we've had all those groups in the middle.
You look incredibly happy.
I was incredibly happy. I applied to a couple of airlines, and I got Virgin, and I was absolutely chuffed to bits. Can I have a really huge round of applause, please, because they've worked hard to get to this point. Group 752, please.
For the airline's newest cabin crew, the life of long haul starts in the morning.
I'm all ready. I just need to try and sleep tonight, which I think is going to be the battle.
Says proud to me. That's what it means to me. I left it a bit late, but I got there.
Just 22 hours since graduating, Katrine's checking in for her first flight as fully fledged cabin crew.
What's your name? Katrine.
Are you new then?
Yeah, I got my wings yesterday.
How you feeling, Katrine?
Really nervous, really nervous. Really excited, though.
Today, she's off on a 7-hour flight to Dubai. Over at Gatwick, Charlotte is heading off on a 3-day round trip to Mexico. Welcoming her on board is veteran of 20 years, Captain Tim Butler.
Charlotte.
Yes.
I'm Tim.
Tim, nice to meet you.
Congratulations on getting through the course. You're going to a fantastic destination.
I know, so lucky.
So,
I can't wait.
yeah, of all the places, it's probably my
I
favourite.
know,
So.
lucky.
Hi everyone, the cabin crew are now on board. Should we need to evacuate the aircraft?
You remember your first flight?
Oh gosh, yes. 2.5 years ago. Yeah, that's how long I've been here. I went to Orlando.
9 years ago. Scary, that's what everyone knows how they're feeling. Open bottle, Jackie, on the closed bottle, open.
Do you know where all the seats are?
Let me make note of them. Let me make note of them. Not like all left, right. Yeah, good eye. Good point. Quickly stick them in.
8 and 9 that side. 8, 9.
I'm going to make a mental note of them.
Fortunately, fellow rookie Wren is on hand to help, and soon the 170 passengers are seated and off to the Middle East. But as Charlotte's pack plane taxis to the runway, there's a hitch. One of the engines won't start.
It's just a small engineering problem at the moment, so we're not quite sure what's going on, so I think we were just going back to stand.
While a solution is sought outside, the temperature inside the cabin starts to creep up.
It feels like we're in Mexico already, basically.
You actually do look pretty hot. Oh, it's just my luck. Just another day in the office.
Have you done any exterior checks yet?
To make sure the wings are bolted on correctly. Yeah,
that's a good.
Yeah, I did that a few nights ago.
Near Seattle, designer Nick is heading to the Boeing factory with Paul Riley, Virgin's man in the States.
Security pass is at the ready.
It's Nick's first glimpse of the new plane and the arrival of his precious posh seats.
There's the aircraft in the hangar. It's looking good, isn't it?
Thing of beauty. And all the seats, lots of the seats are here?
Pretty much, yeah. We've 25 upper-class seats I've seen and hundreds and hundreds of economy seats here.
The Boeing factory is one of the biggest buildings on the planet. The size of 75 football pitches, it's even been known to generate its own weather system, complete with clouds and rain.
This is the second production line. We have our aircraft.
That is amazing. The paint looks really good. I've been here a few times and seen everybody else's aircraft rolling off, but at last, you know, working for Virgin for 10 years, and now we get to see one of these finally roll off the production line.
She's quite big, isn't she?
Are your seats here yet, Nick?
I can see a few over here. I've just caught them out the corner of my eye.
So you want to have a look at one?
Yes, please. Just take a look.
All the covers are on. They have travelled well.
We've really brought it up to the new brand colours that we've got in the cabin. So the new espresso leather that you find in the upper class.
What colour have you called this?
This is espresso.
Espresso?
Espresso leather, yeah.
Not brown?
No, espresso.
Why can't it be brown?
Because that wouldn't be Virgin. We always have to give our colours a name, and it conveys an emotion. Also, you have black cherry.
Black cherry?
On the back, and also the arms.
Not purple?
No, black cherry.
What are you going to do now?
Well, I'm going to take a picture of it to show to my son, because he's absolutely obsessed with aircraft. He's obsessed with anything that's massive.
How old's your son?
He's just over 2. He has lots of plane books. So I can't really ever forget about work, unfortunately, because even when I go home to read him a book or read him a bedtime story, he wants me to talk about planes.
The airline wants its first 787 done and dusted and flying passengers in 3 months' time.
So in the last few days, we've had...
But at the moment, it looks like they've got their work cut out.
Good?
Yeah, it looks very good. Really good. It's working very well.
What do you mean working well? It's white.
But you can actually see the pattern as well within it. So as you look across it, the pattern becomes more apparent. So different angles, it actually jumps out at you. Looks good. Really good.
Quite a lot of work to do, though.
Things just need to be clicked into position, probably. That's where it is now.
In what will be the upper class section, the boys from Boeing are slotting the first megabucks seat into place.
It's nice to see you guys putting this in.
Yeah, this is really nice. Shiny.
You've been very gentle with it as well.
Probably got Mick Jagger written all over it, you know.
With another 30 posh seats still to go in, it's finally time for Nick to inspect his swanky toilet.
Which one did you go for in the end?
Well, basically we've gone for a darker vanity unit. It tells you the heat, which I'm really pleased with.
Does that say quality to you?
I think it does, actually. Very nice.
We're going to get 10, 15 years of use out of that toilet.
I know it's a toilet, but it's now our toilet.
Gate 33 at Gatwick and Jersey Girl is still on the tarmac.
I really do like to apologise for this delay. Not a very pleasant thing to go through, especially in this.
The 13-year-old 747 may eventually be replaced by a Dreamliner.
Let me tell you what's going on.
Finally, the engineers have come up with a plan.
They're going to put a big spanner in, and they're going to open the start valve. Air will rush into the engine, aeroplane engine will rotate, and then it will start. Good news, we are getting there. Fuel's on board now.
Yes.
It's done on the aeroplane.
With the spanner hitting the spot, it's chocks away to Cancun. 2 hours late. 36,000 feet up on the Dubai flight, Katrine's off to a shaky start.
Has anyone ordered a low-fat meal? I do feel like a little bit like a spare part, and I'm trying to make myself useful, but I might be hindering.
And if things weren't hard enough, turbulence is one thing none of the new recruits can train for.
However, the captain has found it necessary to illuminate the fasten seatbelt signs as we are experiencing some turbulence. That's all right. That's right.
It's hard work.
It's really hard work. I'll wait in the galley. I'll wait in the galley.
With the passenger feeling queasy, Katrine's next challenge is to face up to her fears.
I have to deal with it. That's my fear. I absolutely am petrified.
Of what?
Sick. I don't even like saying the word.
He's going to have to come down here and lay on the floor.
Okay. He's going to have to come down here and lie on the floor.
Can we just stop filming? Just film now, yeah?
A little lemonade? Yeah, I'll bring it back down to you, no problem.
En route to Cancun, it's lunchtime, and there's no rest for the crew, who'll end up walking 7 miles on a 10-hour trip like this.
Literally, I've just been up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Thank you. It is like being on stage, because you just can't stop until you kind of go behind the scenes and people go. Just if you look at the map on there, I think we're like starting to come across like America. So, can you believe it? Like we've come that far already. It's crazy. All during tea and coffee. Right, okay, I'm gonna go. All right.
You okay?
Back on Katrine's flight, the poorly passenger is perking up thanks to lungfuls of oxygen and a big dose of cabin crew TLC.
Do you still feel like the new girl?
Yeah, totally.
Their first trips might be done and dusted, but this is just the start for Charlotte and Katrine. Over the next year, they'll fly over 450,000 miles, the equivalent of jetting to the moon and back.
And a massive well done to our 2 new guys, Ren and Katrine. You did absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah, we've landed into Mexico, so it's really exciting.
For now, it's time to enjoy the perks of the job. The overnight stay at their luxury destinations, all on expenses.
Look at that. 6 weeks of blood, sweat and tears makes it all worthwhile.
Cheers, everybody! It was worth it in the end. We got the engine going.
I mean, look, of course it's worth it. I was stood in a department store like a year ago, so to be stood here now is amazing.
Does this beat working in Crawley?
What do you think? Absolutely.
Next time, in the world of upper class.
I think it's the only airline you'll find with one of these.
Every millionaire's whim is catered for.
had a famous singer. Nobody's to look her in the eye.
The airline's new Dreamliner is ready to pick up, if Nick can find it.
Bit of a pea super at the minute. It's like a nice Welsh autumn day.
And the new uniform gets rolled out.
I look pretty dapper.
To mixed reviews.
It looks like I should be in a workhouse in like 1804.
More secrets uncovered in our compelling Swedish thriller Jord Scott on ITV Encore next. And over on ITV in just a couple of minutes, everyone's gearing up for the big one in Game of Crowns. Here on ITV next, it's the latest news.